to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey, joined as always by my brother, co-host, and wearer of a brand new sponsor's hat, HUEGA House.
Yeah.
Angel, how you doing, bud?
Good. Brand new hat for a brand new sponsor / partner, HUEGA House, right?
HUEGA House. Yeah, the
HUEGA
links in the description. Use code BENCH to check out. You get 15% off. Go check them out. They're pretty cool. They actually have, if you're an Aaron Rodgers fan, they actually have an Aaron Rodgers 20th season inspired hat. Kind of cool.
God, we sound like such sellouts. The first thing we say is our new sponsorship. Hey, go now, 15%.
They're honestly cool hats. I got one right away. You got one, obviously.
You know what? The Aaron Rodgers
seems like you copied me.
You know what? We picked it. I didn't shop with you. But the Aaron Rodgers one is pretty cool. It's sold out. The Jets green one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over at producer's desk, double barrel action, but a different flavor. Registered Packer owner Gabe Tovar and undefeated backyard brawler Andrew Woodson.
Andrew Woodson.
Jeez.
All right.
Andrew Rodriguez.
All right, man.
That's how your boy gets an autopilot sometimes with these injuries. Episode 169 for Friday, October 10th, 2024. We are currently keeping tabs on Thursday Night Football. Gabe, you got an update?
Yeah, they haven't kicked off the second half yet, but the score at halftime is obviously 16-3. 49ers are up.
Right before the game, I went to my picks because they're doing this whole Seattle Seahawks intro because they're in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what?
You bought into
You know what? Seattle's going to win this ball game.
You know what? Because they show like people warming up and they do like they all look cool. You're like, DK Metcalf looks pretty good tonight. He might go off. And then,
Well, a big thing was Shavarius Ward isn't playing, so I thought, okay, well,
Yeah.
he usually locks up DK pretty well.
And then
Anyways, we'll check in on our picks before we make our picks for this week. On this episode, we're going to go with news, Friday's questions, Sunday's answers, and then, like I said, make our picks at the end of the episode. If you're watching here on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Subscribe, turn on those notifications. Thanks for joining us 3 times a week all year long, no matter what. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, thanks for joining the audio version of the Bench Podcast. Of course, brought to you by the Fans First Sports Network. Breaking news here, Jordan Mason is back. So all you fantasy footballers holding your breath, he's back, he's fine. You don't have to go pick up Isaac Guerrero, the only Mexican in the NFL.
Hey, easy. Isn't it Hispanic Heritage Month?
Yeah.
It's all good. We got some representation today.
Thank you, Jordan Mason. I feel like you did that for us.
Yeah, give us a little bit. Give us like a quarter and a half.
Thanks, bro.
What's up, man?
It's Mexican Heritage Month. Can you put that on the desk? Oh, sorry, guys. My bad, guys. Get this crap out of here.
Now we're cooking.
We haven't touched that since Cinco de Mayo.
There we go. Happy Mexican Heritage Month, guys.
We got it.
Crap here. This is how you podcast people.
We're allowed to do this because we're Mexican.
Yeah, I guess if you listen to audio, you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, they're just like, what are they doing?
We just picked up an inflatable sombrero that literally last time we touched it was Cinco de Mayo episode, which was a total shit show.
Yeah.
I mean, fully offensive.
Yeah. But I want to think about pulling that one.
It's all good.
Nah.
Might want to think about pulling that
It'll
one.
age fine, I think.
Check us out on Instagram, X, TikTok, search @BenchShow to follow us on all those different platforms and follow the show between the show.
It looks like a salad bowl.
And then, of course, check out, that looks ridiculous.
It's not sombrero-y enough.
Check out benchshow.com, home of the Bench Beat articles on fandom, fantasy, and all things NFL. Brand new article by Greg Fryer going up tomorrow morning. So check your emails or check the website for that. All right, boys. We're going into week number 6.
My goodness.
Yep, season's flying by. Let's check in on our teams. That's what I want to do right now.
Yeah.
Okay, our teams. Let's start with Gabe. Heat check here. The Green Bay Pack Show. Who you guys had Sunday?
We are 3-2 going against the Cardinals.
Oh, good game.
I think it's
That's an underrated game. That's a fun game.
Cardinals play tough.
I think the way you guys talked about the Packers and Rams last week, how that could be a trap game, I think this one is more of that.
It shouldn't be a trap game. They're legitimately
I don't
good.
think the Cardinals are trapping them more because they beat the Niners last week.
Yeah, that's true.
You better respect them.
Yeah, Niners are good.
Who are the Raiders taking on? In the debut of Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, right. Yeah, Aiden
At least for 2024.
Right. Let's go.
Last time we saw him, he was setting the world on fire.
Let's go, Aiden.
Oh my God, they're playing the Steelers, so expect about
that's
4.
a dub.
Yeah, that's a dub,
You get bent over.
I'm trying to help you.
bro. I think you're more confident on my team than
trying.
I am. No, he's probably gonna throw like 4 picks.
I mean, no offense. The only thing I'm looking forward to in that game is if Russell Wilson is a starter because he's fully healthy now.
Out of nowhere.
Apparently, he's like full participant.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm
he's
curious to
always-
see if they go to back to him.
after Justin Fields' worst game.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Broncos, you go ahead.
3-2 against the Chargers this week. Chargers are a good team, so
Go
I'm
Chargers.
not taking that game lightly. We've been on the hot streak, but Chargers are legitimately a good team.
Is this around the time last year where you guys went on a hot streak?
Is after the.
Is that just a Sean Payton thing, or
just slow starts? I guess we just have it takes a while, kind of like the Cincinnati Bengals. Takes a while for us to get going. We're doing good now. I mean, last week we did play the Raiders, who aren't very good, obviously without their best player on like offense. Then Christian Wilkins left early, so
yeah.
Well, this is a good test because Chargers are a very good team.
Eagles playing the Browns.
That should be
slaughter.
Yeah,
everyone's coming back. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, full practice.
That's a great game.
Lane Johnson's back, thank God.
Yeah.
But if we lose this game or something goes awry, and I don't think we will, I think we've played great so far. Where one Saquon Barkley drop away from being 4-1. So I'm not full on panicking, but the city of Philadelphia is because that's the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But if they lose this one, you're going to hear some loud Nick Sirianni chatter. Loud.
They're going to prove me right in my top 10 because they're 2-2 right now, and they're fully healthy, and the full healthy Eagles team is good.
Oh, we were recently updated how like his coaching class isn't really doing so well this week. So
if he goes down, last one standing is Mr. Dan Campbell.
Who would have thought?
And he's going to be standing for a while.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He's there for a while. Yeah.
Wanted to get something off my chest to start the show today, guys.
Oh man,
I've been sitting on it, right? Been waiting on this victory lap, and today someone very unexpected inspired me. Arthur Smith, the mustachioed man himself, the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Here's a quote from Arthur Smith regarding what it's like working with Justin Fields. There's no drama to him. He doesn't try to live through his avatar or create a perception. That's probably why he was so endearing to his teammates in Chicago. Extremely coachable, extremely bright. Okay? If you guys remember, toward the end of last season and into this offseason,
I do.
There was one guy on this show standing up for Justin Fields.
Whoa.
Yep.
One guy.
That's
one guy who said he'd be the starter. One guy who said it's not really going to be a competition. One guy who said this is a real NFL quarterback, and the Pittsburgh Steelers can keep him and still have a franchise quarterback, and it's Justin Fields. I'm not going to say he's some world-class quarterback or anything like that, but the Steelers are one of the better teams in the AFC and the NFL. He's been everything that people have said he's not good at, being coachable, being accurate, taking care of the football. Everything that people have said, don't make that face unless you have stats to back up that face.
He's had a couple of bad games. Like,
not bad.
Right during, I need you to bring those bad games.
Sorry, not bad. He's been struggling lately. He's not bad though. I mean, they.
I know. I need you to bring up stats. If you're gonna interrupt, if you're gonna interrupt my victory lap, you better come with stats. Don't just be talking out your ass.
Go ahead. It's not on my ass.
They can bring stats.
Okay, hold on.
Then bring stats.
Hold on.
Go.
Sleeper
Yes.
right now. Pull
God. So tell me about his bad games. God, see, you're still part of the problem. You're still part of the Justin Fields narrative. God, you would love to have Justin Fields right now in the Broncos.
Man, you've been on this Justin Fields train
for a
since last
long
year,
time, man. Because he's a good NFL quarterback.
You know who's on the Pittsburgh Steelers who I'm starting to get a little sour to, and it's kind of ruining the mood. George Pickens.
Yeah.
God, what a diva.
Yes, you have. I saw some. You put him on the trading block
because he's.
I was like, wow, Angel.
I don't see someone like that.
I know you had big expectations for him.
Yeah, I did. He's
Justin Fields in the last 3 games: 245 yards, 312 yards, 131 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. I'd say he's heating up actually.
Well, I'm just because they lost, but I'm not going to argue.
You said he's struggling.
Well, okay. Well, I'm just saying like he's. I'm very curious to see what Tomlin says. It's look. Here's why.
I think you pronounced it wrong. It's pronounced I was wrong.
No. Here's why. Because Tomlin hasn't announced. I wish he would just announce him. Then I could just go all in. But I wish Tomlin would just say he's a starter for the rest of the year. It's just weird.
You know what I realize about you? You're a narrative junkie.
No, Tomlin hasn't announced it.
You're a real Colin Cowherd type guy.
No, I'm just saying Colin Cowherd. I'm just saying I want Mike Tomlin to announce it.
That is weird.
That's why, like, something. If Tomlin's not believing it, like, what's stopping him?
I don't really get that either.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
So you're worried that he might go back to Russell Wilson?
Yeah, that's why I said earlier, I'm like, why doesn't he just do it? Like, just commit.
Okay.
Like, part of the reason why he left Chicago was because the head coach never, the GM never committed to him. And in Pittsburgh, it seemed like everyone else except for Tomlin. I just wanted to announce it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. It kind of does matter. It kind of does matter to, like, the team. And obviously, he's well-liked in the building.
Yeah. That's my victory lap. Sorry, Angel interrupted it so freaking rudely.
Sorry.
And incorrectly.
I tried to give you your flowers, too, but it was ruined.
Let's get to the news. All right, let's get to the news brought to you by UltimateAutographs.com. Speaking of terrible takes, ESPN has reached an agreement with Cam Newton.
Oh, my
to
God.
join First Take.
Hold on.
So we're going to get Cam Newton and Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, I don't know.
We got a new guy there at the producer desk. Went through about 16 slides right now. There it is.
There you go.
What's up?
He's just entertaining. I don't think he's
You're not going to watch this. You're not going to watch a single episode.
I like him. I like his podcast because he's just entertaining. He dresses kind of wacky. And First Take is a big spectacle now. So, yeah, put him on there. Him and Stan Sharp just yelling at each other. That'd be great.
There, Gabe, would you give this any part of your day?
Not at all.
Come on.
Andrew.
Cam.
I mean, he has some style and he has some ways of going about talking about things.
It's a young.
It's fun. It's funny. It's
the young generation.
Sometimes it's a little funny, but I don't know if I would watch it.
Yeah. That's what. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm not how good football talk is gonna be, but it's entertaining.
It's to me, it's at a point where even like scrolling through reels, I'm not gonna watch this clown. He dresses like a clown. He talks like a clown. He's trying to stay relevant. He's trying to make us believe that he's some kind of NFL legend, Hall of Famer. He had a good run, but a very short run, not enough to be the kind of legend he wants to be.
That's a good question. I don't know if he's Hall of Famer or not.
Yeah, but
sure
I tell you what, he's not anyone I want to watch on TV. It's just because he wears a stupid hat.
It's crazy because his 1 year he was
great. But how long was he good? Like less
just
than
for
5
1 year,
years.
exactly.
That's a good question. I never thought about it before.
Put him at a desk with Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp. No, thank you. By the way, someone else who was announced, Draymond Green, starting a football show.
Awesome.
I don't even want to hear that clown talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Let alone football.
Coming out hot today, Joey.
I'll tell you what, man. Bench has a real shot here.
Okay. Honestly, every player thinks he's interesting because you've played in the league before, and some are. I think Julian Edelman is legitimately interesting. I like Ryan Clark.
You know who's I found this week? Ben Roethlisberger's podcast is very
good. There are guys who definitely have great personalities and are interesting. Yeah. As much as I don't like Richard Sherman, I can't say he's not an interesting guy. He does have an interesting take.
His podcast is good too.
Right? But this guy, I mean, when you have to be that creative on how you look, it's because you probably don't really have anything of value to say.
You know what they're doing? Because remember, like in years past, like in the 2000s, when you retired, you tried your shot at commentating. Now there's not enough spots. Now everyone's trying to podcast.
Everyone does it.
And
we get it. We're in the hustle too.
I think I'm gonna give Cam. I don't know why. I think I'm gonna give Cam a chance.
Why? Have you not seen his show? Like, he has a show already.
I watch his TikToks on his like from his show. Like they're entertaining. He's entertaining. He'll be all right.
Cam's a freaking clown.
Yeah.
We guys got
a lot of things going on in the game. Kittle scored a 10-yard touchdown to bring the game to 23-3.
It's over.
And Seattle scored almost on the very next play, 70-yard bomb or something like that.
True.
So, number one on Seattle, I can't get the name right now.
Oh, that's
it's the return man.
It's something Junior.
Yeah. Oh, is it Chenault?
Chenault.
Oh,
I
nice.
think so, yeah.
The Chenault sighting.
So,
Chenault.
23-10.
Actually, the second Chenault hit a fumble on a kick return earlier. So
and we have to keep in mind too, the 49ers have been struggling with keeping leads. They've been struggling for the past 2 weeks with keeping leads. So
maybe 13-point game.
Maybe we're gonna be right. We picked the Seahawks, so you never know.
Let's move on here. Giants rookie Malik Nabers, a little bit of hot water, was seen partying at Travis Scott's concert last night while still in concussion protocol. This is Dov Kleiman. He says it looks like rookie has other priorities. That's up to you, Dov. But listen, here's the problem with this.
It's a terrible picture.
Here's the problem with this. Today, Brian Dable came out and said, most likely not going to have Malik Nabers. He's still in the same stage as he was last week in the concussion protocol.
Okay.
So he's in concussion protocol, not going to be cleared to play this game most likely. And last night, he's at a concert, which seems like not a great place for someone with concussion.
Yeah. I mean,
loud noises, lights.
Yeah,
probably not the best place.
I give it to him. He does have sunglasses on.
I don't.
Possibly drinking.
Helps a little bit.
I mean,
that's my question. Something or nothing?
That's nothing. All players go to stuff when they're off.
I'll say nothing with the caveat of not the best.
Yeah,
but nothing to get too mad about.
It's not the best, but I'm like, it's okay. I mean, he's a young kid. He's in New York, and what are you going to do at your house to mend a concussion?
This does tell me, like, okay, he ain't ready yet. Like, he's not alpha dog yet. He's going to put up incredible numbers for a while. But I'm saying, like, he's not ready to lead this organization yet.
What? Because he goes to a concert?
Come on.
Angel's calling old head on that.
It's just
I've seen a lot of...
You know it's not because of the concert, right?
You
know because of the surrounding circumstances?
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of players hurt who go to Laker games or something, and like they go out still. I just think this is.
So Joey, do you think it's the fact that he went out in general, or just because he went to a concert?
I think if you're concussion protocol and you're trying to play the next week,
the concussion. Yeah.
If you're concussion, I don't care they went to a concert. I don't care they went out during the season. I think if you're concussion protocol and you're trying to play this next week, this is not the move you would make.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the concert. If he didn't have a concussion, then fine, go to the concert. The fact that you're trying to heal, you're in the middle of a season,
Yeah.
That being said, I'm not a doctor. Maybe exactly what you should do is go to a concert. But
You know what? We should try and use it as a doctor, and you do all the diagnosis.
That's what I'm saying. Like even though I'm not a doctor, even I know like this is probably not a great move.
Yeah.
Probably not great. Also, we're also not stupid to think that he didn't go out after this, possibly with Mr. Travis Scott.
I know I would.
Yeah.
Travis Scott's a very popular guy. Well, he might be connected to a bunch of evil people in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Never mind.
No freak out.
Yeah.
I take it back.
49ers rookie Ricky Pearsal will return to practice next week, making that recovery, of course, from being shot.
Man, I wish I had the mini-man drop for this one.
I know, right? He comes back. We'll see where the Niners are when he comes back. Not really much to say about that. Just kind of want to drop that in your lap as we move along here.
Third player in the last 2 years to get shot. You got Brian Robinson, Tank Dell got shot, and Ricky
And I'll say
Pearsal.
this: none of those guys have just bounced back from being shot.
That's very true.
Like that's taken a minute. Even Tank Dell
Tank Dell's not the.
hasn't done great this year. It took Brian Robinson also,
And then he got shot in the chest.
year,
It's crazy,
Pearsal.
dude.
So be patient with this guy. He got shot. Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce has announced
Raiders.
Aiden O'Connell, good old retread, will start at quarterback on Sunday versus the Steelers. Gardner Minshew officially benched.
Problem solved.
So Gardner Minshew didn't make it 6 weeks.
Yeah, because he's the problem.
After that whole Raiders are a mess right
They're
now.
a mess. They're a mess.
Dude, that pick six though, that he threw to Patrick Surtain was bad. I think that's kind of what led to them benching
Gardner
him.
Minshew?
Yeah, he overthrew
Yeah,
Bowers.
Aiden O'Connell definitely won't do that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he'll make that kind of mistake. He just literally has no mobility. That's his problem.
Oh,
Gardner
that's,
Minshew,
his,
yeah.
that's his problem. We got it.
No,
Aiden
that's
O'Connell's
Aiden O'Connell.
Enter Aiden
Leave
O'Connell.
the man alone.
Okay, no, I get it. He's not great.
No. It's okay. I mean, what else you get? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
See what
There's
you got.
nothing. There's nothing else to try.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to try.
Do you guys have a different coordinator from last year?
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe with a different
It's
coordinator, he'll look
well,
a little better.
listen. This is the coordinator that was watching over Justin Fields in Chicago.
Oh, good. So you fucked him
Oh
up.
yeah, you have
Getsy.
Oh God.
Getsy's there?
Getsy hated.
I didn't know he was there.
So you got Getsy and the tools he has in his hand is Aiden O'Connell, Zamir White. Is he still playing?
Yep.
Is Madison this week?
It's Madison this week.
Jacoby
So-
Myers.
Most likely.
So Jacoby Myers,
Trey Tucker,
Alexander Madison,
Brock
Trey
Bowers.
Tucker. Sorry,
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers is
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers is a legit player.
Brock Bowers probably walks into this and thought, my college team was better.
I went from the Georgia Bulldogs.
It's a well-run organization.
I could have gone anywhere else.
Do I have any more eligibility
It's like
to go back to Georgia?
he's calling
just
Devon.
undraft himself.
No,
His
he's
senior year.
He's calling Devontae like, bro, just take me with you, dog. Wherever you go, I'll go.
Bro, me and you, package deal.
Package deal. Make him do it, bro. Make him do it.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted the Jets to take Brock Bowers anyway.
You know who
Afutanu, right?
Yeah.
who
That's
really
nice.
wanted Brock Bowers was the Rams. Imagine Brock Bowers on the Rams right now.
Yeah, he would have been good. Although Jared Verse I think he's leading sacks for rookies.
Yeah.
Very good.
A lot of good rookies this year.
Let's go to back to the 49ers here. Star running back Christian McCaffery is targeting an early November return.
Boy, Christian.
He's been traveling the world trying to get better.
just fucking going to
Someone
Germany,
heal me.
Germany.
to healers and like wizards.
Teach me.
They're like putting his calves in like leaves and then like praying
So
over
he
him.
started practicing to a point, and he hasn't any relapses. And so I think that's why we're starting to hear stories now.
Okay.
And so
He's dressed up as a monk somewhere.
Sacrifice his legs to the
We'll
spirit
see.
gods.
Doing the Doctor
what
Strange
I mean,
process.
you're not going to feel good or comfortable for one single week this week, even if he comes back.
Yeah.
You're just going to feel like, oh god, is he going to make it through this game?
It's gonna hurt.
honestly, this is gonna sound crazy. Just say him for the playoffs. Just work like, or don't give him a full workload when he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, they might need him to get to the playoffs.
I was
right
gonna
now.
say, are you convinced
Yeah.
they make it?
It's
They're under 500, aren't they? They're 2-3, I think.
Yeah.
they're 2 and
and
3.
they've had two bad losses the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's tough. What a weird season. That sucks for the 49ers.
All right, more Jets stuff, guys. Jets new interim coach, Jeff Ulbrich. Thanks for Albert Breer for getting his name right.
Albert.
Announces the team will go with the pass game coordinator, Todd Downing, as a new play caller starting Monday night against Buffalo. Let's get a picture of this man. See if he looks like an offensive guru.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
I'm gonna give you guys some context.
He looks worse than Nate Hackett. What's up?
He was on the Raiders as offensive coordinator, and
An ex-Raiders OC.
and he was beyond terrible.
So that is
Wow.
so let's pair him.
I'm glad you're here to give us that information.
Who was his quarterback?
It was Derek Carr. It was Derek Carr.
No, and then I think last year he was with Tennessee, so that was bad too. Great.
So the history is really good here. Nice.
And then pair him with the most prickly quarterback in the league, Aaron Rodgers. This should.
You know what's
this
going to be
should be
weird is
immaculate.
like what is it now when like Hackett, Downing, and Aaron Rodgers are all together?
Oh, what's
Like
Hackett?
how
doing?
awkward is that?
Yeah, what's Hackett? He's just like a
He's just
quarterback
hanging
coach.
out with Aaron Rodgers now.
Just
Just
hold-
kind of like hyping him up, rubbing his shoulders before the game.
Just holding his
pocket
pockets.
thing, yeah, the
pocket,
pocket,
holding his
yeah.
pockets. Sorry,
What do you guys
Hackett.
think of Aaron Rodgers' response to the whole Saleh thing?
You know what? I listened to the full thing
Right
on the
on
Pat McAfee thing. Yeah, it's on par. I mean, he's denying because that's all you can do. I don't know.
How messed up was that?
I don't think it's coincidental that after the owner called Aaron Rodgers, that had nothing to do with Salah.
There was
I
just
didn't
nice-
call him and talk to him. Didn't talk about Saleh.
nothing came up.
Didn't mention him.
Hey man, how
There was just certain things in there that he said, like, "Oh yeah, I'm best friends with Saul." It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Liar.
It's not like it's like he's acting like it's never happened before. It's happened before. Star players in every sport get preferential treatment, and head coaches like look at LeBron James. He's a coach killer.
And rightfully so, though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if you're LeBron
should
James or
go to
Aaron
him and ask
Rodgers,
him,
yeah.
but don't lie about it.
Yeah, he has to. He'll look really bad if
Who would have thought that the team running the New York Jets is ultimate vaxxer Woody Johnson and ultimate anti-vaxxer Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
Teamed up. There's hope for this world.
Yeah.
You know what this team needed?
Actually,
they
there's an
didn't,
argument against it because they're not doing so well together.
they didn't need an offseason Hard Knocks. They did an in-season Hard Knocks for the Jets. And that would have been fantastic.
They wouldn't be able to handle it.
God, that
Imagine the cameras there as
Yeah.
security.
Hey, by the way,
escorting-
when we getting our in-season Hard Knocks?
I have not
Who
seen.
is
And
the
it's falling into
in-season?
division, isn't it? AFC South
oh,
North.
It's the AFC North. I haven't seen.
Ooh, that's gonna be juicy.
I've been on HBO a lot. I don't think I've seen.
Probably just waiting till like maybe
halfway through the season.
yeah.
Are they
something like that.
filming now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're-
because it's gonna cover the season, so you're gonna have to start filming probably 6
The
weeks
season?
ago.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, that's an honest question.
I thought they started filming like at like November or something like that.
I mean, I hope not. I hope they got the beginning of the season, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
gonna be fun.
that should be fun. Yeah. I mean,
Jackass.
it'd be hard to see. I will. You know what? Curious to see what the Browns situation looks like. If you're talking about shit shows in the NFL, you saw the clip, right? Of when Watson wanted to, or when he's the head coach of the Browns.
Yeah. But you, the context was off. With everyone jumping on him about Stefanski wanted to go for it, and he walked off because there's too many people in the huddle.
You know what?
Quarterbacks don't enter the huddle. They enter the huddle last for a reason, because if you enter the huddle with 12 people, you get the flag. So quarterbacks usually stay out, count the people. There was too many, so he thought, well, this play is screwed. We're not going to have time, and he walked off. But everyone painted it as, oh, Stefanski wanted to go for it, and Deshaun Watson just said no and walks on the field.
That could be both can be true. I think he did want to go for it, but it's just I'm just over Deshaun Watson. You know what's crazy? He's a better person than he's a football player.
Deshaun Watson?
Wait, what?
I get what you're saying. It's just shocking to hear you say something positive about him as a person, but I get, yeah, you're right.
He's a better
You're
person.
right.
Oh,
He's a
man.
better person than he's a
Oh,
football
you're being
player.
sarcastic. I thought you were for real.
Yeah.
He's terrible at both.
Not gonna clip that one.
You must have missed the biggest story.
No, like
Lot
he's
of-
bad at both, dude. Poor guy.
All right, let's stay with the Jets here. They're having a great offseason. CAA, that's a athlete agency representation, whatever, has parted ways with New York's holdout pass rusher Haason Reddick. His agency has been trying to broker a deal. Reddick has been dug in. The philosophical differences has now led to a parting of ways. Jets holdout edge rusher Haason Reddick already missed out 5 games, forfeiting $800,000 per game, totaling over $4 million on top of his already accumulated more than $5 million NFL fines.
Yeah. You know they say like, oh, NFL players go broke after they leave. I'm not wishing this on him, but it wouldn't surprise me after he's done with football. You run
It's
into
just,
that money.
as regular people, right? We're regular people.
Regular jobs.
Just to see someone like
Carelessly.
piss away $9 million,
Crazy.
it's just like you're just
because
a jackass.
just because he wants more
Just
than
'cause
$9
you
million.
have it.
Because he wants more than $9 million. He wants. It's
it's annoying. He's an ex-Eagle, and I loved him on the Eagles. I was a little bummed we got rid of him, but this just screams like, all right, buddy. I get it. You want more money, but
like you're not.
Do you want to play football for a lot of money or not?
I kind of feel like if I ran into him, be like, hey man, can you give me 800,000? It's so easy for you to give it back to your team.
Exactly, and not to harp on this again, but this is why I think for me the player podcast and this whole movement of
doesn't make sense.
Player driven like sports media. It's just so unrelatable. Like this doesn't make sense to me. I can't do it.
Yeah.
LeBron James was in the news because he tweeted something about, do we really have to fly all the way to Milwaukee for one preseason game?
Like, bro.
Yeah, you're
playing. Yes, you're getting multi-millions. Get your ass on a plane, go play a basketball game, and then come home after.
And entertain the masses.
It's just like, I think because the divaization, I feel like that feels like a JB word, but the amount of diva in sports today is just so unrelatable for common people. Like this and that, I just don't get it.
Some are good, but yeah, some are just like this is unrelatable.
A lot of players just take it for granted, dude. They take the money because they're used to it. Eventually,
and then what's his name? The owner of the Jets, Woody Johnson, just begging him, please come back to play for us. Woody Johnson looks pretty desperate, and then Haason Reddick just like, what are you trying to prove? Like, I don't think you're as good. Wait, hold on. I know you're not good. You're not as good as you think you are. Like, to be holding out, it's just a tired act.
I wonder if he just doesn't want to play anymore.
If he doesn't, then just retire.
I don't know.
I don't think. Oh, he's losing money either way. This guy.
You think the fact that he's willing to lose so much money that might signal that he's just not into it?
Well, then just retire. I just don't know what I don't know what this play here. This makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
you're not going to get this back in the contract negotiation.
Yeah. He should have.
You're going to have to pay these fines.
Also,
you're getting older.
Joe Douglas, GM for the Jets, right? Bad move. You're definitely getting fired. You traded for a guy who's literally not going to play for you.
Tough move. And who knows what he was told, like by the agent, by whatever in the off season, because everything seems simpatico when he came and did an introductory press conference.
He did.
That's the last time he was in the Jets facility.
Happy to be a Jet.
So it feels like more likely Haason Reddick just kind of screwed everyone over.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know. Rough for the Jets. Rough for Haason Reddick. I don't know what team would want him right now.
None.
What kind of shape are you in? Where's your head at?
Yeah, that too. Like, what kind of shape are you in, dude? We're in week 6.
Yeah, it's totally regular for pass rushers, speed pass rushers, to join in a week 7 and be totally fine.
I would take him at the moment.
No, to be
would
fair.
Would you really? You'd take down your locker room?
Well, what we have in pass rushing right now in Green Bay is just not good at all. I'll take anything.
That's why he's going to be in the NFL.
Remember, the best, one of the best players in the NFL period, Nick Bosa last year, had a holdout, came back late, and didn't get his stride back till later on in the season because he held out. We're seeing now holdouts. I mean, Ayuk this year held out, and he didn't get going until last week. Like, it takes time.
That's the news going into week number 6. Some interesting stories. We'll see how they play out. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Be right back.
Broncos are on the clock, so nothing else matters.
And
the pick is in already.
Wow.
Sean Payton wasted no time.
Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler. Any chance?
Bo Nix at 12.
Any chance?
Look, the speed in which that pick flew in, it might be Bo Nix. If it's Bo Nix, let's just do it. I'm all in. I won't have anything negative to say. Yeah. I can't get over Bo Nix. It would be too high for a Bo Nix that may be a reach. Here comes Roger.
Here we go, boys. Broncos.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix.
Angel has left the building. Bo Nix. All right, we're back. Friday's questions, Sunday's answers segment we do every Friday. Before we get to that, let's get a quick update on Thursday Night Football.
You guys might be brewing something up here. Seattle got the ball back and went and scored a touchdown. It is 23-17.
Oh, the Niners.
Okay, there's been some documented, I saw a tweet before the game, some documented Brock Purdy struggles in the second half.
Yep.
Last couple of weeks, and kind of coincided
He
with
hasn't looked too great this half.
Yeah, that'd be a rough loss.
The Niners just miss Christian McCaffery more than people. Like, he's so good, and he does a lot for that offense.
And I know he had a good game last week, but I feel like the Brandon Ayuk thing.
Yeah, how's Ayuk doing? Ayuk doing tonight?
You want to get an update on Ayuk?
Because I don't think he had. I think he had one catch in the first half.
I'm sad. The only one that had a solid offseason. Well, 2 solid offseason and went through the whole camp. No drama, was Deebo Samuel and Kittle. Go figure. Those are 2 guys doing best in offense.
They're doing. Yep.
Besides Jordan Mason, of course. Leading rusher.
Crazy.
In the NFL.
So Ayuk right now, he has 1 catch for 16 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he went off last week. I get it. But if you look at his whole season, whole body of work, not great.
It's just such a bad look after all the noise that we just can't trust.
So out of 6 games so far, he's had 1 good game. You get paid $30 million a year, bro. And they're about to cut players who are producing. That's
Debo,
tough.
I doubt Debo's on this team next year because of what they did for Ayuk.
Yeah, it's not anything like it's just financially they can't afford everybody because they're about to pay Purdy $60 million.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tough.
All right, Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. You have 2?
Yeah, 2.
Go ahead, get started.
Yeah, sure. My first question for Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Are we about to see the Caleb Williams breakout game? He's playing Jacksonville this week. Let me read you some stats for Jacksonville, then I'll head over to Caleb Williams.
2 generational talented quarterbacks.
Here we go. Jacksonville's defense currently ranks 30th in points per game allowed.
Jeez.
And 31st in yards allowed. This season between Tua, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, and Joe Flacco, they've allowed 10 touchdowns and 0 picks. They're getting cooked. I think they just put Tyson Campbell on IR. Their secondary is just hurt.
Yeah.
And then also, like last week's questions, we've seen Caleb Williams slowly start picking it up. Obviously, up to week 3, 2 touchdowns, 4 picks. Since then, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He's playing better. And this season, Jacksonville's defense is just like a launching ground for good quarterbacks. Last week, Joe Flacco, 359 yards and 3 touchdowns. This might be the week where we finally see the generational talent finally flush itself out because Jacksonville's bad and Caleb Williams is on the right track. It might be like we finally get justification for the Caleb Williams pick.
Yeah, this is just going to be a victory lap show for me, I guess. I told all you guys, not you guys, I'm talking, but I told a lot of people a couple weeks ago, just wait. We're going to have to be patient with Caleb Williams. Yeah. And I think it's happening right in front of our eyes. He's learning. The fact that he's progressing so fast is way more positive than how bad the first 2 weeks were. Like, if you were down those first 2 weeks, whatever, fine, you're just in the moment. You should be way more positive about these last 3 weeks because he's obviously getting it.
Yeah, his QB rating has improved every week since week 2. He hasn't thrown a pick in 2 games, obviously. And if you watch the game, I know last week they played Carolina, but still, that's a pro team out there, and he's, they haven't gotten Keenan Allen going. This offense is slowly getting like going, and I love to see it because the Caleb Williams hate was a little strong. Like, I'm not a big believer in him, but I know he's not a bust. Right. I think we just got to settle and wait for him to prove himself.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but DJ Moore said something pretty interesting in an interview this last week talking about I almost said Justin Fields, talking about Caleb Williams. He said he's been a lot more bossy lately and kind of like insinuating that he's really started like speaking up and like taking a more dogmatic leadership approach. Yeah. And I think that speaks volumes, especially with someone like DJ Moore who rode hard for Justin Fields last year. Straight up said, there's no one in this draft I'd rather have than Justin Fields.
Good for him.
Which is like pretty hardcore. Now Caleb Williams comes in. I think this is a natural. Caleb Williams, is he winning over this locker room?
Yeah.
Like the guy that JB said, he isn't man or macho enough to lead men. He's literally doing it. He's starting to do it.
Yeah, there's some times where some oddballs can lead football teams because like they just buy into this is just our guy. And I think that's happened. I think on the field he doesn't play like uncharacteristic. Like he plays sometimes he plays sporadic, but that was early on. He's really toned it down. I think that's probably winning him over. Now he's like taking the game more serious. Now not that he didn't, but he's playing like it.
I'll tell you what though, to have the Panthers, right? The Panthers and the Jaguars back to back early in the season, that could have been the best thing possibly.
I mean, he started off
getting that confidence.
Yeah, Titans and Texans week 1 and 2. Those are good defenses. Yeah. Like the Titans are bad on offense, but those are 2 good defenses. Last week, Panthers week for that Rams. Yeah, so good for him.
I think 2 things are true here too. Like I think he's a good quarterback. I still think generational quarterback was probably a little loosely used.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean he can't still develop into a good, solid quarterback. I'm thinking of like a Kirk Cousins type floor.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, also is a very goofy dude with some very unique beliefs that you might think might cause some friction in an NFL locker room. Yeah. But just he's good enough so people follow him.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. This will be fun.
Yeah.
I would like to see like a 3 touchdown, 400-yard game or something like that.
I would love to see that just because I guarantee that's not going to happen on the other side with Mr. Trevor Lawrence against that Bears defense.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen.
Yeah. And also, like, for Bears fans, I don't think that they've ever seen that before.
I think they have the longest stretch right now with a player without a 4,000-yard season.
Did Cutler ever?
No.
I'm sure. No, he didn't. No. Damn, dude.
Okay.
That's the only guy I could think of.
This
who
is
could
it.
Possibly do it. Come on.
All right, I got one here, and this is hard for me to say. Honestly, it was hard for me to type out. It was hard for me to screenshot these stats and put them in my notes, but here we are. Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Does Anthony Richardson need to sit and learn? Is it time for Anthony Richardson to say, you know what? Maybe you need to cook a little more. Now, I'm torn on this because part of me thinks, well, the only way he's going to learn is if he's out there playing football, because that's been my take.
No.
But you dive into some of these numbers, and it's just so far, and this is like just 3 games against 3 games. It's a very small sample size. I haven't accounted, but I doubt he's still yet played 20 games since high school. I forgot what that number was, but I doubt he's just somewhere around there. But so far, 3 games against 3 games, regression. Like regression. He's at a 50% completion percentage. Last year, I think it was at 58. And the numbers can go on and on. But his most recent game against Pittsburgh. Sorry, not Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh, that's when he went down. The most recent full game against Chicago just went 10 for 20 for 167 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the season, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a QBR of 49.3. That's 20th in the NFL. Only thrown for 654 yards. That's 29th in the NFL. Just really struggling. And if you look into some of the more analytical numbers, it's almost worse. At the risk of boring you, I'm going to go through some of these numbers, okay? Because I think it tells a clearer story. Okay, as far as efficiency, because that's what he's struggling at, I think. Yards per attempt and air yards per attempt, he's 3rd and 1st. So he's throwing the ball way down the field.
Launching that shit.
Often,
Yeah.
right? And yet, a 50% completion percentage, which kind of makes sense because the further you get from the yard of scrimmage, the more typically your completion percentage is going to go down.
Yeah.
That just makes sense, right? The problem is he's under almost no pressure. Pressure throws last in the league. 32nd.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
32nd in pressure throws, 13th in interceptable passes, so passes that had a chance to be intercepted. And yet, I mean, those air yards are way up. Obviously, in fantasy, you've struggled if you have them. It's just some of these efficiency numbers are just so skewed so bad. I don't know if it's the game plan, the coaching. He has not run the way we all thought he would. He has not protected himself when he has run. I feel like some of the things we expected to see in the second year of Anthony Richardson, we've seen none of them.
Yeah, this is the philosophical. This is just how you want to approach this, because he came into the league as a project quarterback. So whether you think that is sitting behind somebody like Flacco and seeing how it's done behind the scenes better than just him being out there, I'm torn. Because he's so talented.
Yeah.
But then you see Flacco go out there and put up great stats. Like, oh, so this offense, this is how it's supposed to be ran.
Yeah.
But it's whether you think reps is better than, I guess sitting behind somebody. I don't know. It's tough. I don't even know where I would lean.
Flacco currently first in the NFL in QBR. Anthony Richardson last. So that's a tough thing. So here's the decision that the Colts are going to have to make. Do you want to dedicate this season toward the improvement of Anthony Richardson and cost yourself the playoff run, because most likely looks like he's not going to be the one to get you there as far as this year. The hole's going to be too deep. Texans are really good, so that division's kind of getting run away with. And so that's going to be, or do you try to salvage, maybe make a playoff run, or at least keep yourself in the running for it? Throw Joe Flacco out there, who could also flame out in his own sense, but so far has given you a better chance to win. And then maybe at some point bring in Anthony Richardson or ride Flacco as long as the hot streak goes. You're going to have to kind of make that decision.
Yeah. It's tough. I think if I was the GM, I would lean towards getting prepping for the future. I know Flacco's he's been good,
Right.
but
He's not even on the roster next year.
yeah, and you're trying to be good every year. But I think with Anthony Richardson, you have to just buy into the fact that it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
And look at Josh. I know we all use this example. Josh
Yeah.
Allen, not good his first 2 years.
I think that's a very good comp, at least for the first 2 years. I'm not saying he's going to be Josh Allen. But if you want to see a prospect who looked a lot like Anthony Richardson the first 2 years, it's Josh Allen.
Yeah, and I think it might just take time. But this all depends. I mean, mainly this stuff is the side whether the head coach can lose his job if he has a bad season.
Right.
So if Stain Steichen has a good relationship with Ballard and then everyone up there, and that he doesn't think that if we have 5 wins this year, they're going to fire me. If he doesn't think that, then yeah, go with Richardson.
That's right. If I was the owner, right? If you're Irsay, I'd say you have 2 years to prove to me that Andrew Richardson is a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, and I think, it's hard because it's not there's tape, but I'm not sure how much good tape there is on Anthony Richardson. Like you see the talent,
Yeah.
but the consistency is up and down. But he's young, and he's inexperienced. I think he's 2 years younger than Bo Nix. Like he's a young.
He's
kid.
very young.
He's a very young guy,
and not just young, but inexperienced.
Yeah,
like crazy inexperienced.
So you're it's tough.
And so they play the Titans on Sunday, which is
Tough.
have not given up a 300-yard receiver all year long, as bad as they've been. Has not given up 300 yards to anyone. So I think I was looking at this game. I thought, okay, probably not going to throw for 300-plus yards, right? But it's Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. So what are we looking for from Anthony Richardson on Sunday to make us believe, like, okay, maybe they can ride this out, and it's not going to be an absolute dumpster fire. The kid is going to learn, make mistakes, but they can ride this out, and it's not a total Will Levis show.
It's like the major things for me. Just be good on third down
Yeah.
and be good under pressure. If you can just get baby steps, I know those are the big ones, but just get baby steps because it's going to take a while. So, like, I don't think you're going to go out there and tear it up. That's a very good passing defense. But, just go up there and just be smart. What I do think, though, they need to be more creative with him running. That's how you can get him going easily.
That's where my mind went. I need to see him run, but I need to see him prove that he is developed in the sense of I know how to protect myself in the NFL.
Yeah.
How to get out of bounds, how to get down, how to not push for an extra 3 yards because I'm the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I need to see that. I need to see him take care of the ball.
Yeah.
The interceptions he has is a lot of them with a clean pocket and just straight up inaccurate footballs.
Yeah.
And so I need to see him either throw accurately or just take what the defense gives you as far as easy throws and work your way into some of these longer throws.
Yeah.
I don't need to see you first in air yards.
Yeah, it's tough because they're losing Pittman. I mean, they've lost Pittman for 4 weeks now. So you have a rookie wideout, Adam Mitchell, Alec Pierce, and you have Downs. Downs pretty good.
He didn't practice today. I don't know if Downs going to play.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think
It's tough.
I think Anthony Richardson, what it is the same problem he had coming out of college, coming out of Florida. A lot of people doubted he could run an actual NFL offense. He had all the skills physically. You
Still
can
does.
see that. Yeah, and he still does. But he didn't prove that he could run an actual NFL offense, which it's showing a bit. It's showing that he's still continuing to only look downfield. He's not choosing the little 5-yard outs, the 3-yard slants. He's not choosing those throws, and he's suffering from it. And he could be struggling from a confidence issue, as like you said, he's down from last year coming off an injury. That's not going to build the young guy's confidence. He's still super young. What is he, 22?
Yeah.
So he needs to build up some confidence. So I think sitting behind Flacco just for a few weeks, letting him just kind of coast behind him, and then maybe if Flacco starts playing bad, then put him in.
Gabe, this is the Packers. Do you want to see your young quarterback out there learning the game, or are you going like give me a shot at the playoffs, even though it's a Joe Flacco and there's no real future there?
It's crazy because I'm going against what the Packers do. You made such an investment in this guy. Get him out there on the field.
Yeah.
Simplify the offense. Let's get some completions going. Protect the football. I think that's how you learn. Flacco, as you know, he has a resume, this and that, but I don't think ultimately that's what helps the young kid because he's so raw and like you guys just said, the talent's there. You have to figure out how to harness it now.
Yeah.
How to make it work. You simplify the offense, maybe some more lateral stuff, some more screen stuff, just get comfortable. Try to build up the running game. That also helps the guy move. But
JT also out again.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you know what? This might be too. Shane Steichen, who's a good head coach, they need to learn each other how Anthony Richardson likes, like what plays he likes, and how like that needs to form too. Like you see these quarterback head coach relationships, and the one that we didn't think would be good was Purdy and Shanahan, but they just fit. They know how to work with each other. That's a big part of this too. So maybe that's a little bit of this is on Shane. Like learn your player. It's not the same. It's not Flacco. Learn how to play with your guy.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Shane Steichen. I think the quarterback, the coaches to me who are like have my respect as the best coaches in the NFL are the ones who know how to take a quarterback and put him in a position to be successful.
Yeah.
I think of Kevin O'Connell is a masterclass of that right now.
The best.
I think of what LaFleur did those 2 weeks with Malik Willis.
Yeah, he can't even throw the ball.
What McVay has done. I think of that Baker Mayfield just showing up off the street and that, coaching him to a win. Yeah. I think those are the coaches that are worth their salt, are worth those big contracts. And we're going to see if Shane Steichen is that kind of guy, because we heard that they drafted him because of what Shane had done with Jalen Hurts and what he had, like the progression we saw in Jalen Hurts so fast. That's what we need to see in Anthony Richardson. I will say, if he keeps playing like he has looked a couple times, their hand's going to be forced. Like if it's an absolute dumpster fire, like they can't score a point, he's throwing 3 or 4 interceptions a game.
Yeah.
That's not progress. That's not. Then I think those reps aren't worth it.
It's not.
Then
yeah.
I think, you
It
know what,
ruins
you
his
might be
confidence.
better off sitting a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think if you're, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, or every now and then 1-1, every now and then 1-0, like if you're like that, like that steady progression, you're not an absolute Will Levis show, but like you're showing some progression. I think you could ride that out.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, and I think my final choice would be for him to play. But yeah, it's tough. If you guys keep losing and it's bad, you're like, what? Who's this helping? If we just look bad,
What you don't want to see on Sunday is Will Levis being Will Levis, and then Anthony Richardson being Will Levis, and just a total ugly football
the
game.
NFL does not need 2 Will Levises in
No.
football. God, no.
All right, got a white one, don't need a black one.
Nope.
Well,
What do you got?
Yeah. For my Friday question, Sunday's answers. Sunday, the Ravens are playing the Commanders. My question is, are the Commanders real?
Hold on.
Like for
Dude,
real?
Yes.
Commanders.
Yep.
Good.
All right.
I
Is
get that
that-
on my system?
Okay, we got it.
Do you know the pool?
I don't actually. I don't.
Oh, shout out to Derek Barksdale and favorite show.
Oh, psych.
Come on now.
Sorry to Derek.
Sorry, I should
yeah.
have taken the show that
Derek's
way.
So-
gonna be real mad.
Yeah,
right now.
sorry. But yeah, so the Commanders are playing the Ravens. Obviously, Ravens are winners of 3 games straight, so they're playing hot. But the Commanders
What a game! What a game!
I mean, they've scored no less than 21 points in the last 4 games. Last week, obviously, kicking some ass over there in Cleveland against a good pass defense too. It's just, offensively they're just rolling. They're first in points per game, 4th in yards per game, first on 3rd down, and the red zone is the only place because they can't run the ball because of whatever reason they're 15th. But still, like Jaden Daniels, 8 total touchdowns on the year, 2 picks. He's playing well. He's breaking records. He's just the hottest quarterback in football right now, really. And the Ravens are a legit football team.
Oh,
Like whether you believe in them or not, that they can win a Super Bowl, that's debatable. But you could still believe, say, oh yeah, that's a legit football team. And for Jaden Daniels to go, I think it's in Baltimore. So that's a crazy place to go as a rookie to go there. And if he continues this is a great question to whether the validity of these crazy stats is, to test that, because right now it's good to see, but then they also played Arizona, Cleveland, and Cincinnati, teams that have a hard time winning.
Yeah.
So this is a good test for him, for Jaden Daniels and for the Commanders.
yeah. This is just such an interesting game. It's such a like there's no hiding type game. Like this is the real thing.
Yep.
They don't have a shot. They don't have a shot in hell to win this game.
Are you serious?
I tell you right now, not a shot. The way Derrick Henry's playing with that defense, I think, and it's not about Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels might have a fine game, but I think we're gonna see why the Commanders aren't actually that team yet, because they're just gonna get run through like crazy. We're all gonna understand, you actually can't even win a division with the worst defense in football.
Yeah, let's preface this. This is not a Jaden Daniels thing.
No.
This are the Commanders for real, because currently they're 4-1 on top of the NFC North, and this is a good football team.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
And in the Ravens, you're looking at a awakened giant, like a
Literally.
team that has literally woken up and boat raced the Buffalo Bills.
And got into a shootout with the Bengals and won.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson's playing great. Obviously, if you have him in fantasy, he's the number 1 fantasy player. Like he's like Derrick Henry looks like it's unbelievable what Derrick Henry looks like. He looks like prime Derrick Henry.
He's like the LeBron James of the NFL because Derrick Henry. That's live audio from his workout. That's American. That's just wow. You like that one? Yeah, that's
Imagine him working out just the sound of a train. Man, I think my noise is better.
Yes.
But either way, I mean, he's an absolute train. Like he's running the league the way he did in prime Tennessee Titan days, and I think they're
Gabe's real happy about him.
And I think the Ravens are finally seeing, holy shit, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry can lead this offense really just about anywhere.
Yep.
Because if you look at stats-wise, they don't have a great, receiving core stats-wise.
They don't have a good receiver.
Mark Andrews is, I don't know where he went. You have whatever you can, pass-catching-wise.
You've seen Mark Andrews. Call your local department.
Yeah, because
Oh my gosh.
he is the guy, I don't know, that's a weird fall
Fell
off.
off the face of the earth.
But still, like, to Lamar Jackson and to the Baltimore Ravens' point, they're a sleeping giant. They were 0-2, now the winners of 3 games straight.
Yeah.
The Commanders, the hottest team in football. Everyone loves them for, rightfully so. They're out of nowhere, a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I just think they don't have a shot this week.
It's
Brian Robinson Jr. is probably not going to play. Missed back-to-back practices with a knee injury. So they're not going to have their RB1.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, Andrew? What's that? Why are you rolling your eyes at me, piece of shit?
No, not you. Brian Robinson's okay. He's all right.
Any thoughts on that?
I think he's a good running back.
I think you're part of the NFL fan base that hasn't discovered Brian Robinson yet.
Yeah, because he's boring.
He's not very boring, not very exciting.
Yeah.
Except he might be the most, behind Jaden Daniels, most important thing to that offense.
Yeah,
He's definitely the second most important player.
I'll go ahead and say this. I owned him these 2 years before this one.
in fantasy.
Fantasy football.
Whoa!
Where, boy?
Holy crap.
I had him the previous two years, and watching him do what he's doing now, it sucks. I mean, it sucks to watch, all that waiting I did on him, and now he's doing it with another team.
He's just
You're talking about fantasy, though.
No,
in production.
It also translates to the actual game.
Do you know who he is? He's Mark Ingram. He's a good running back, but it's kind of okay to watch.
Yeah,
he's not
Mark Ingram,
exciting.
yeah.
He's not exciting. He'll do some stuff that are some wild plays, but he's kind of a boring running back. He's a good player though.
Yeah.
That's a big deal to them.
325 yards, averaging 4.4 per carry, five
But what about the
5
O-line?
touchdowns.
Are we having enough conversation about their O-line playing well, or is it Brian Robinson playing well?
Is their O-line playing well?
I mean, they're
Because
winning. What?
Are you gonna? Well, yeah, I need you to back up that O-line. Point.
Yeah.
No,
what's
I-
the question?
no, I'm just
The
asking.
quarterback is doing good, and the running back is doing good. I think their line is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I think it's more so their O-line playing well than Brian Robinson.
Oh,
being,
stop it!
Okay, then why is Austin Eckler sucked running the ball?
I think
He's
he's
behind
just
a great
washed.
offensive line.
I think he's just washed.
Okay, but you also think Brian Robinson is washed
No,
or
no,
not
he's
good.
not.
So why
he's
is
not,
he doing well?
He's not washed. I just don't think.
So he's not very good. So what's the difference between not being very good and washed?
I
Is
think
that the
he's-
same
I think
talent
he's
level?
average, and I think Austin Eckler is just he's not. I think he's bad.
So we've discovered it. The success for the Commanders is the offensive line.
Yeah. So what?
We've discovered it.
Yeah, I don't really get the anti Brian Robinson thing.
No, it's not anti-Brian Robinson. I'm just saying. I think he's okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet to back up your point though.
You know what?
It's definitely not numbers or reality.
You know what's funny is that, we get these stats for the Washington Commanders who are breaking all these records. He's only 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. You're oh, you should be at 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah.
I think they're very good at running their offense.
It's crazy. I don't know what makes this offense so great.
That's
Terry isn't blowing up. Jaden Daniels isn't blowing up. Brian Robinson's been either you think good like me or terrible like Andrew.
But they're first in points per game,
Yeah.
4th in yards per game. They're
So-
first on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Not
Just
only do I think they
efficient.
might have a decent running back, but I mean Jaden Daniels that's just so impressive about Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I said last time, there's certain players when they walk into the room, they walk to an organization, there's a different expectation from the whole team. And they lift everything, they win, the team expects to win. That's definitely not coming from what's a coach's name? I forget this guy's
Dan
name.
Quinn. No, give Dan Quinn some credit.
No, I mean I've heard a lot about his leadership and defense, all of that, but
Players like him.
I think Angel said it though. They're just really efficient. I think they're really efficient. Like you said, they were first and third down.
They're first and 3rd down. They're second in touchdowns
an
per
underrated
game.
quarterback number.
Yeah.
The third down efficiency.
Which is hard for some quarterbacks to look at look at Deshaun Watson, not good on 3rd down.
The great quarterbacks are good on third down and in the red zone.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a good game. I'm very curious to see if the Commanders win. I don't know. It's gonna be the hype's gonna be insane.
It's gonna shake up some stuff.
Because they beat the Ravens,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
they can throw some games. Baltimore can throw some games.
Yeah.
They threw one this year, obviously early on, but
Yeah, they're kind of Cowboys
yeah,
AFC.
like even the years past, they've blown some games that they should have won. So this is a fun game.
Fun game, definitely a statement game for sure. You have any more?
No, that's it for me.
That's all for me. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, we'll get into game picks for week number 6. Be right back. This segment is brought to you by UltimateAutographs.com. Have you ever wanted to own your very own piece of signed memorabilia? For most, the dream of collecting NFL memorabilia seems distant because of high cost. But UltimateAutographs.com has created an easy way to start collecting: live breaks. Live breaks are events where a host opens up boxes of memorabilia live and gives you a shot to win authentic sports memorabilia for a fraction of the cost. Here's how it works. First, dive into the action by buying a spot. If you use our code BENCHME15, that's BENCHME15, you'll receive 15% off your first live break entry. Then, just pick what type of memorabilia you'll want to win and secure it with a simple payment. Now, you're in the game. Next, get ready for the main event. Watch the excitement unfold live. Be part of the anticipation as we prepare to reveal what's hidden in each box. Finally, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. If the piece we unveil matches your spot, victory. That piece of history is now yours to keep. So, are you ready to join the excitement? Secure your spot, tune in live, and let the fun begin. Don't forget, use our code BENCHME15, that's BENCHME15, to receive 15% off your first live break entry, and good luck. Okay, we are back with game picks. Before we get to that, I do want to clarify something real quick. Did a quick stat check. Commanders' offensive line ranked 11th. So
What a powerhouse!
go to Andrew with the camera. Speak up for yourself, Andrew.
Hey, man. I'm not.
You heard it here first,
The
folks.
ultimate bro. Hey man. Look, listen.
All right, no.
I'm literally lightheaded from that laugh. Ouch.
Drew.
That's going up on the
I
board,
think-
by the way.
Look. It's a above average line.
Yes.
It's not the reason why their offense is going.
We all have things against certain players, and it'll come out randomly. Like, I hate J.J. Watt. I don't know why, really.
Oh, no.
Can't
You
stand the
hate,
guy.
No, you hate Michael Parsons, not J.J.
Well,
Watt.
that's for
That's
damn
you
sure.
for sure.
That's for
don't
damn
like.
sure. Angel, I would not feel safe with him and Nathaniel Hackett in the same room. I'd feel like this is a danger to Angel's future.
Blood will be shed, I think.
We all have that. I think we just found Andrews.
Brian Robinson.
Just a random. He randomly went at Brian Robinson.
the poor guy got shot.
It's not like he's been blowing up recent years. He's finally coming out of his shell.
It wasn't even a Brian Robinson topic.
It's like Brian Robinson. Fuck that guy.
He's like, let me take this opportunity to go at Brian Robinson.
What a loser! You got shot and he
He needs to
came
be
back.
knocked down a couple pegs.
God, what a dick.
But we all have those.
Look,
those guys.
listen.
What's Gabe's?
I'm coming around to Purdy, but look, sometimes you have to. Yeah. You know.
What's Gabe's?
I don't really hate players. I hate teams.
Yeah.
It's just all the Vikings for him.
No, there's some players.
No, I like the Vikings.
You know what?
actually
I
like the
think Gabe.
Vikings.
I think he hates teams. Yeah. I think he's
Yeah.
pretty good
Let
like
me
that.
think.
Good, honestly, that's a good trait.
What's a player
I
that?
know you hate Richard Sherman.
I just think he's annoying, but you can't deny the greatness.
All right, let's go to game picks. Before we do that, 23 to 17, 11:04 left in the fourth quarter for Thursday Night Football. We'll see how that one shakes out. Debo did leave, then came back. Looks like it's just a good divisional game. This is how these two teams always play each other.
Play tough.
Let's start after that. You ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
6:30 a.m. Sunday morning
I will be up
from London town.
from London town.
Jaguars 1-4.
From Birmingham. Sorry. That's the only thing I know from London.
Peaky
Is Peaky
Blinders.
The Peaky fucking blinders, mate. Billy Butcher. Tommy.
I need to rewatch that show.
That's a good show.
Camera's running out of life, guys.
Sorry. So in the battle of the generational quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams, and obviously, if you watch the show, you know I say that very sarcastically.
Yeah. But Trevor Lawrence.
Not about Caleb. Yeah, not about Caleb.
This game is in Chicago, 3-2 versus 1-4. I'm going the Bears here easily.
Chicago. A home game for Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm going the Bears, yeah. I
Oh,
think,
of course.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot.
It's like a Bears home game.
Right.
But yeah, Bears are on the upward trend. Jaguars are they won last week, but it's the
Sorry, go ahead. Finish your point. And I got
no,
something.
it's just the end of the line for Dougie P. So it's gonna
so sad.
Yeah,
If you have anything sad to play, hit something sad for Dougie P at some point here.
Yeah, I got some.
But yeah, Bears 3-2. Something just hit me. The Jaguars, it's not a home game for them, but they've been in London a lot more recently than the Bears.
they send because
There's going to be some Jaguar fans there the last couple of years.
you know what's cool is they sing Sweet Caroline in the third quarter. Yeah, Jaguars go there I think every year since it's been out. They send the Jaguars over there every time.
We got anything for Dougie P?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say the same thing. I think this is the game that they officially let him go. We've already seen one head coach fired. I think this is the league. They tend to kind of be a copycat league. The Bears are going to crush him, and I think inappropriate drop for him.
Gone too soon.
Let's have a moment of silence for Coach Doug Peterson.
With that being said,
Moment has passed.
I was thinking
Dougie P, come back to the Eagles, baby.
yeah, hey, go where it worked.
He'll get a head coach job somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. Guys, what are your picks for this game?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay, have you checked the O-line for either of these teams?
They're 12th, so
Here they go. Look at Andrew puts a lot of weight in these O-line matchups.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, here we go. Moving on. The game of the week: 4-1 Washington Commanders against the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens. I think to me, the ultimate David and Goliath. Like, this is just awesome football, awesome storylines. Who you got?
Commanders.
What?
I'm just gonna roll with the hot hand.
In Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the hot hand.
You know Derrick Henry's healthy and playing.
You know what's crazy? It's just like I'm sure the stats back Baltimore. It's just a gut feeling. I'm going with. I'm thinking.
Yeah? You just think this is moment?
I just think they're gonna pull it out, and then it's be the moment where Jaden Daniels like arrived.
To have 6 games in and have this kind of moment would be incredible. I almost wish I was wrong. I don't think I am. Over at the table, 11th ranked line and the Washington Commanders versus the Ravens. What you guys got in this one?
you want to go first?
I got Commanders.
Okay, yeah, that line.
That line, dominant.
That line's going to carry us.
Not even close. Boat race.
Oh yeah,
Who you got, Gabe?
No, I'm gonna roll with the Commanders here.
3 Commandos and one Ravens, huh?
Right in the hot hand.
While we're picking this next one, can you guys check? Can you see who else is picking or no?
No.
Okay, never mind. Let's move on here. Okay, Cardinals, Packers. I think this is the underrated game of the week.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I mean, Cardinals have been better than people think. Has anyone heard from Marvin Harrison?
He's been a little.
That's kind of scary to me, though.
He's been a little. I think.
That just hit me.
You know what's crazy? I think
Is he playing?
Like, because we've seen so many rookies come out this year. Neighbors came out hot, and then we have the Jamar Chase and Jefferson. But I think he's playing like a rookie. He's been up and down.
So far, I'll take Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
over Marvin Harrison.
It's tough because Marvin Harrison has had good spurts. He's not
What you got,
consistent.
Gabe?
I got his stats right here. His first game, obviously, 1 catch for 4 yards. We know that one.
Huge.
The second game, 4 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, coming out party. Followed up with 5 catches, 64, a touchdown, 5 catches, 45, a touchdown, and last week 2 catches for 36 yards.
He's been
Not
all right.
too bad,
Rookie
but
stuff. Like Andrew said. Rookie stuff.
I think just being
growing pains.
just being a rookie.
This game's in Green Bay. Let's pick it. I got the Pack Show here.
Yeah,
4-2.
I got Pack Attack. I think Jordan Love's a week healthier. Dobbs probably is back because he's mad about touches. I think he'll be.
Yes.
I think
He's
Dobbs.
back.
He's
He's
a
wiped
difference.
his tears.
I am so...
He got a nice little spanking from Gunther.
Yeah, like, hey, shut the fuck up, Romeo.
Yeah. And he walks into the locker room, and Jared Alexander greets him like, "I've been there, bro."
I've been there, bro. They didn't let me get the coin. They got mad coin toss.
Guys, who you got?
I got the Cardinals pulling off an upset.
Wow. Right next to a Packer
That's a
owner,
Packer
huh?
fan.
Yeah.
You're coming in hot today, Andrew.
Yeah.
Gabe, are you allowed to make a pick on this because you're an owner?
Oh.
We're going to break some rules
Conflict
here?
of interest, something like that.
Yeah. Who you picking?
I got the Packers. I will say this: if it was in Arizona, I'd probably take the Cards because
Cards are good.
Cards are
So you
good,
think
and
they're pretty
we don't
close.
really play too well in Arizona. But luckily, we're not there. So
A little
Show.
side note while we're talking about the Pack Attack. We're going to have a couple boots on the ground in
Yeah.
a couple weeks, right? You
Next-
boys heading over to Green Bay?
Yeah, next week, Texans visit the Packers in Lambeau. Me and Gabe will be at that game.
You need to wear a CJ Stroud jersey.
Oh
You have to.
Just to, I'll be arguing
That's
the
your
whole.
precious baby boy.
I will be arguing the entire time.
Look,
man.
Here's what you need to do. You need to get yourself a stat sheet because you're going to get some arguments. Get some bench cards. Here you go. Take those. This is your moment. CJ Stroud's your precious baby boy, and you're going to be in person against Jordan Love and the Packers.
I like Jordan loving the Packers. If it
I'm
was
just saying, if
this-
you have any kind of testicles, you would
Don't
go
do
there
that. Don't
in
do
a
that.
Yeah, real quick,
CJ
who's
Stroud
better?
jersey, and
I'm
and
just
do
saying
it.
this right now, man. I had a long summer, and these were expensive tickets. Don't ruin my trip.
yeah,
I mean,
but yeah,
But have fun. Have
we'll
fun.
see.
Have fun.
anyways, yeah, want to put that in everyone's ear because we're gonna get hopefully some cool content from that as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Angel makes it out alive. Gabe, I'm holding you personally responsible for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on here. The debut of Drake May at home.
Hey,
Exciting,
Yep.
fun. They're gonna lose, but
Yep. Yep.
That's like the worst offensive line in football. Sorry, Drew. Drew probably hates this one.
I know.
He's an O-line savant.
Yeah, I
1-4 Patriots hosting the 4-1 Texans. I think the Texans here easily win.
Texans.
But I'm optimistic about what we're going to see from Drake May.
Yes.
Because I think when teams take it slow like this, they're more apt to have a better start. I'm not going to say he's going to light the world on fire, but he's going to look like he belongs a little faster. I think.
It's fun times in New England. This is your number 4 or 3? What was he picked?
2.
2. Yeah. Oof. No, 3.
3.
Jay Daniels 3.
Any chance of a trap game here?
I mean, this would be a trap.
It would be the ultimate trap.
This is a trap game.
We have no idea.
I'm not going to call it, but yeah, I could.
I don't know what the line is. It's probably a pretty good bet.
Yeah, it's probably a good bet. But I'll take Houston here.
Let's move on here. Divisional matchup in the NFC South. 3-2 Bucks against the 2-3 Saints. I struggled with this one.
These are also my precious baby
it's
lambs.
in New Orleans. Another rookie debut. Spencer Rattler.
Oh,
Gabe, I need a rattlesnake sound for that.
Ooh, Rattler.
Spencer Rattler. Please. Let me look, Gabe, put this camera here. There's no button for that. Spencer.
We only have 3 cameras.
Spencer.
Spence.
If you at all can take this job from Derek Carr and make it so that we don't have to see Derek Carr one more time this season, I'm going to do it, guys.
Don't say it.
Free bench membership.
Oh, man.
I don't care.
For life.
I think he was like, I don't care that you broke your elbow. That's like. No, but
I'm excited about this.
rather be fun. Yeah, and then he's already said this week, because Derek Carr hates Chris Olave. Said, every time he's on the field, I'm going to target Chris Olave.
Yeah, well, if that guy's on the field, I'm going to give him the ball. That's what he said.
Quick.
So, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Alvin Kamara's healthy.
All that being said, I'm picking the Bucks. The Bucks are my baby lamb. I love the Bucks this year.
I have them highlighted. I'm switching it right now. I'm going with the Saints. At home, debut of Spencer Rattler. Divisional game. They play each other tough. I don't think the Bucks fly up and down the field like they usually do. I think the Saints are going to win this one. They're going to ride the good vibes.
Yeah.
Guys, pick this one, then give us an update.
Okay, so I am going to go with the Bucks just because I'm a believer in Baker Mayfield and what they're doing. Go ahead and pick him.
Same thing, Bucks.
Okay,
And
by
the
myself.
update is the 49ers just scored a touchdown. It is now going for the 2-point conversion.
Who scored?
George Kittle, his second of the night.
Did he? Dang it.
Kittle's-
I'm going against
Kittle
Purdy
might-
and Debo.
2-point conversion is no good. The score, there's a flag of the play, 29-17 still.
Kittle might
With
be their best player.
6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Kittle's their best
Yeah, if anyone has stepped up besides Jordan Mason,
and Purdy, but yeah.
Kittle's really carried this team.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
Good
good
for
for
him.
Kittle. Okay, let's move on here. The 1-4 Browns going to the link, playing the Eagles. Everyone back healthy. I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I have the Eagles. They're number 9 on my power rankings for a reason. This is a sweet matchup.
9.5-point favorites.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blowout.
What do you guys got?
Same thing. I got Eagles.
Good boy.
Eagles.
Anthony Richardson's going to play, fully healthy, practice full. 2-3 Colts visiting the 1-3 Titans. Guarantee we're in another great meme or picture or
Will Levis.
something from Will Levis. So be on the lookout for that. But let's pick this game in Tennessee. I'm going Colts, but I don't feel good about it.
I'm going Colts in I think it's gonna be low scoring.
Yeah.
Not a lot of points here.
What do you guys got?
Same thing, Colts.
Yeah, that'll be the only 10 I see on that day.
Okay.
That didn't land the way I thought
I
it
tried
would.
my hard to get it. What is?
Like Tennessee Titans and 10 IC. Yeah.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Okay, Chargers. Sorry, I really did try. Chargers, Broncos. Chargers 2-2. Broncos riding a heater.
Yeah.
3-2. I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going Denver. I think we're playing hot.
You guys are playing well.
Yeah. We're playing good. Bo Nix has shown a little bit. Defense is lights out. I don't think the Chargers, their passing offense is already bad. It might be completely like the worst of football tomorrow.
I just switched. I'm going with the Broncos at home.
Yeah,
I just switched. I'm going with the Broncos. What you guys got?
Man, I have the Chargers highlighted, but screw it. I'm going to go with the Chargers still. I'm going to
Yeah, I got Broncos. Listen to the stats for both of them.
Offensive line?
No, they're both defense. Both defense for them. So points allowed. Offensive line.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
What if he led with that?
No,
13th ranked offensive line.
Versus
It's over.
16th.
It's over. Sorry, well, share your stats, Andrew.
No, their defenses are both elite right now. So
Thank you for that.
points allowed for Chargers are.
Get your stat
No,
out,
I'm
man.
trying. I can't with them laughing. All right, so the Chargers are number 1 in the league, allowing only 12.5 points a game. and Broncos are 14.6. They're right behind them.
That's crazy. You think that the Broncos would be lower?
And then
So are you saying the Chargers have a better defense than the Broncos?
You better shut up, Drew.
points allowed wise, but no, not overall. I think the Broncos have the better defense. They have total yards allowed. They're at third. And the Chargers are at fifth. So it's
tell me there's a chance.
This is kind of enlightening to the Chargers defense. I didn't know they were that good.
yeah.
You don't really watch.
It comes down to who's going to make the better play, Knicks or
Herbert or Bear.
It's
I'm switching my pick back over.
That's who it is.
No, I'm still going with the Broncos.
No, his guy is Herbert. He doesn't like Herbert at all.
Oh, you know what? He doesn't like Trevor Lawrence either. I mean, none of us do really.
no,
but Gabe
but
actually doesn't like him.
His guy is Herbert.
I've never said nothing
Yeah.
about
It's
Herbert.
secret.
No,
Yeah,
AJ's
no,
AJ's guys.
Let Andrew run with this. Go ahead, Andrew. Get him.
Yeah, get me. I want to hear this one.
No, I'm not going into it. I'm not doing it. I'm not making a spectacle this time.
We
I'm
got a
just saying-
fast learner over there.
Welcome to
Yeah,
podcasting.
Fast
We're
learner.
not doing this shit.
Welcome to podcasting, bro.
No, no,
Everything you said can and will be used
I'm
against.
just saying.
So true.
It's podcasting, man. You'll learn. Anything you say will be put
I'm
in your
just
face.
saying. That's
Here-
my feeling.
Andrew, right up your alley here. 3-2 Steelers visiting the Black Hole.
Oh my God.
Diddy's
Aiden O'Connell.
Black hole.
What? Diddy's
Did he?
Jesus.
Did he escape?
Steelers, can they overcome Aiden O'Connell, Alexander Madison, and Trey Tucker? I say no. I'm going with the Steelers.
Let's take Pittsburgh. Yeah, like I said earlier, the only storyline I want to see is Tomlin, name, Fields.
Go ahead, make your picks, and I have a question for you guys.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I have the Steelers.
At what point is Antonio Pierce on a hot seat here?
He better be already. Man. He's not great.
I don't think he's on the hot seat.
Think you'll stick with him?
I think they'll stay with him. If he finishes the season really bad, then they'll talk about it.
Wow,
I mean, they've been pretty bad.
No, I mean they
How much more hotter is that seat?
No,
So
you
if
have to-
they
you
stay
have to-
the same.
You have to think about it.
Here we
So
go.
Max Crosby missed 2 games, and then Devontae Adams has been out for 2 games. So he's been out with 2 of his best players.
Spoiler alert, Devon Adams not coming back.
Yeah, and he's
So
not
just
coming back.
mark him out.
Obviously, they have terrible quarterback play. He hasn't got to draft an actual quarterback that he wants, and
Oh, so you're just giving him time. Okay.
yeah, just give him time.
All right.
And
I mean, I
to be fair with him, they did beat the Ravens, who are looking like a pretty good team, and their record isn't terrible. It's not terrible yet.
Yeah, 2-3 is not bad, but I see destruction in the future here for the next couple weeks for the Raiders.
It's
Do you
gonna-
not? Christian Wilkins out. Devontae Adams isn't walking back through that door. I don't care what Antonio Pierce says. When he's healthy, he'll play for us. Shut up.
See, that's why I think
Antonio?
you can't say that he's on the hot seat. Though.
I also want to see like Antonio. Stop.
Here's what I say about this. He should be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Because I think he's one of the worst coaches in the NFL. He's not on the hot seat because luckily his boss is one of the worst owners in the NFL.
So what a pair.
Yeah. So and he held on to
Yeah,
terrible coaches for a long time. That's
I
kind of
think-
what he does.
I think everything you just said right now is cured by a good head coach, at least to some degree, and none of
Yeah.
it's being cured. So
yeah.
Do you agree with what I said though? Do you think that
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
like he should be on the hot seat, but he's not because what's his name is an idiot? The owner, what's his name?
Davis.
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis.
I don't think I don't think he should be on the hot seat, but
You don't think he should be on the hot seat?
not yet. No, it's too
Interesting.
early. This is his first time head coaching ever. He's the only time he's ever had a head coaching gig was once in college, and it was okay.
Did they just ban him for 8 years?
I
in
feel like you're
college?
making my point for me.
Either way,
I think give him time, and if he,
All right.
yeah,
let him cook.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Usually
You're
ex
first.
linebacker coaches, they get better schematically as we go.
We'll see.
I tell you what, you can't say anything now with Dan Campbell what he's doing. He's just
Yeah,
proving
Dan
all this
Campbell.
conventional thinking.
Campbell's like a blocking
That's
tight
your
end.
Yoda right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Dan Campbell
Well,
did it.
what was Dan Campbell's first year? What was their record?
was bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't
Pretty
great.
bad.
It was so.
Is this technically his second year though?
So technically, he's Dan Campbell. That's what you're saying.
Well, Antonio Pierce is no.
How many games did he coach last year?
Um,
Over 6.
Good
right?
amount. They fired McDaniels early in the
This is
season.
his second year.
Nah, I wouldn't.
He's had a full offseason
Well,
as a
if
head
you're-
coach.
If you're going based off of last year, he played pretty well in the games he did coach last year.
He did. He coached really well.
So we'll see.
He deserves to lose his job.
Let's get off this.
I'm trying to get something.
spending way
I'm
too
trying to
much
get Andrew
time
to
on
say
this.
something crazy.
No, I'm watching my ass now.
All right, 3-2 Falcons visiting the 1-4 Panthers.
Kirk looks
Let's
good.
do this quickly. Falcons.
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 Okay, let's move on. Low key fun game.
Yes.
Low key great game.
They have a rivalry.
The 3-1 Lions visiting, going to Jerry's World. We haven't heard from Jerry in a long time. Kind of nice, right?
That's awesome.
Visiting the 3-2 Cowboys. I'm going Lions, but I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, Lions, same, but the Cowboys beat the Steelers last week. Also a good team. They
Yeah.
played tough.
They do regular season great.
Yeah. So this is their shit.
Right in their wheelhouse.
They're getting better. They're getting better.
Week 6, let's
Week
go.
6 legends.
They're getting better. They play really well in a dome. I like the Cowboys here.
Wow. I have Lions.
Oh, yeah, Lions? Yeah. That's going to be a fun game. Hopefully a lot of points scored. I do think Dak and CeeDee Lamb about to go scorched earth the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I think they are. That doesn't mean they're going to be a good team. They did it last year too, but we'll see. Bengals, Giants, 1-4 versus 2-3. Giants at home.
Swear to God.
Sunday Night Football.
I'm going Giants.
Oh, no. Don't
I'm
do
going
that.
Giants. They've been better. They still suck really bad. They've been better. Malik Nabers isn't playing, which is, I mean, at least he's going to concerts.
He's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. Is he going to concerts?
The lights and the noise helps.
Daniel,
with your
yeah,
head.
Daniel Jones has been playing better. I tell you this, I know you look at the numbers. He's definitely been outplaying Trevor Lawrence.
You know what I was thinking today? I was looking over the games I was breaking down, and I was like, I think Dable bought himself another year.
Oh no.
As the Giants.
Yeah,
because they're playing well.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I think they bought him another year. I think they bought Joe Shane another year because they're playing well. Neighbors has been a phenomenon, and like maybe Dable has one more year.
As
The
the
only
Eagle
prob-
fan, that sounds fantastic.
The only problem with that is playing another year for what? To
I'm
run
saying
it
like-
all back?
No, I'm saying like they're playing well enough to not get fired. I think that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think that'd be great.
I think Giants fans, Dabo, fine. If you want to run it back, I get it. It's a disaster for Giants fans if somehow the Giants talk themselves into another year of Daniel Jones. That's a like, oh God.
That's what's kind of happening. Right
But
now.
in this game though, I'm picking Cincy. I think this is
Yeah.
I think they will not go 1-5. I don't think they'll do that.
Season's over if they 1-5?
1-5.
I mean, it might be over now.
Trade T. Higgins if that's gonna happen.
We just got
I got the Bengals. No way they go to 1-5 here.
Yeah.
They're
I
playing
have-
way too well to go to 1-5.
I'm with Joe here. I have Giants. I think,
man.
This is a good game.
yeah, it's a good game.
This is Sunday Football, right? So
at the
NBC?
risk of beating it to death. I wonder what the O-line matchup's like.
Drew probably had numbers down. He probably knows that back of his hand.
Monday Night Football.
Drew, you shouldn't have said that, man.
Bro, it's fine. It's fine.
Monday Night Football is gonna be full of headlines. It's gonna be like you watch the whole pregame and everything up to it. It's gonna be so much fun because there's gonna be so much drama.
Yeah.
On one side, you got Josh Allen coming off a pretty bad loss.
Who was clearly concussed.
Yeah, 2 bad losses, right? Loses to the Ravens.
His head bowed.
Yeah,
He
they,
was
they gave him a smelling salt. So, all right, slapped him on the ass and put him back out there.
He was knocked the fuck out. And he's like, I'm fine. And he just played terrible. No, bro, you're concussed.
Yeah, he's clearly concussed. But back-to-back key AFC losses, Ravens and Texans. They need to show something here.
And the Jets are, there's a weird bump.
It's called the placebo effect. When something like this happens, there's a weird, like what just happened, what we saw with Andy Dalton straight off the couch.
Yeah.
All of a sudden throwing for 300-plus yards or whatever. This happens with NFL teams. We saw it with the Raiders last year, getting Andrew to believe Antonio Pierce is a good coach because the Raiders won a little bit once Josh McDaniels left. This happens within the NFL for whatever reason, but it's consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, and for that reason, picking the Jets.
I'm going the Jets as well.
Going the Jets.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going with the Jets. I think they're going to win.
You know what? I think there's going to be like because of all the drama, there might be like last year with, the Raiders. They played well because they kind of gelled together.
Yeah.
I think the Jets pull it off. The defense is still, they run the same system. Rodgers is, he's not healthy. I think he's a little banged up, but still, I think they pull this one off in some crazy way.
Bills, the 32nd ranked run defense. I think Breece Hall's back on track this game.
We need Breece Hall back.
What you guys
The
got?
Jets need Breece Hall back.
I had the same thing. I said when we talked about the Jets news, I said I think it wouldn't surprise me the Jets go on a little run here. I have the Jets winning this.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be the only one.
Andrew, do you dare?
No, I'm going Bills.
Okay.
Going Bills.
You know what? I can't get mad because the Bills are.
I want to go at it. They're pretty good.
The Bills are.
Those are pretty good, actually.
There's just a feeling for me. I think like the Jets might pull it off. It's because also Josh Allen does not play the Jets well, like historically.
Right.
Even though Robert Sala's gone, so I'm not sure if that's gonna.
Yeah, Robert Saleh's gone. Jeff Albrecht seems like he knows what's going on. Like hopefully he'll be able to clone Robert Saleh. Although we did see Sauce Gardner straight up say like he's dedicating the rest of the season to Robert Saleh. So I mean, not what you want to hear as an owner.
Yeah, very bad offense. Let's fire this fucking defensive coordinator. He's the problem. He's why our offense is so bad.
Shut down the Vikings. Can't have that.
Can't have that. The guy who threw 3 picks and the defense who want to give up 20 points and no touchdowns to like Sam Darnold. Let's fire the.
Do you count Nathaniel Hackett is fired because new play caller now.
Yeah,
Who we've
that's-
learned
yeah.
is also terrible from Andrew.
he's probably he's fired. And
Yeah, that
he's,
has to be.
I mean, essentially, he got fired.
he's a quarterback coach now, so he got demoted.
Yeah, you can't kick him out of the building because his boy's there.
Yeah.
But he got, I mean, what else? You're the offensive coordinator who doesn't call plays now. So what do?
Quarterback coach.
Yeah.
That's what you are, which is a demotion.
So what is the quarterback coach doing?
Just hey, Aaron.
Giving them high fives.
Like Aaron, here's your tablet. Here's your Gatorade.
I see them on the, like, Nathaniel Hackett, I don't know who the quarterback's coach is, gets on the bench.
Hey, hey, let me get next to Aaron real quick. Aaron, I got you some Gatorade, buddy.
I do think Aaron Rodgers is going to, kind of to Gabe's point, I think he's now going to note it, and they're going to realize this is kind of all on me now.
Yep.
Like, this is going to be my legacy now if this thing flames out.
That's exactly what this is. It is all on Aaron Rodgers now.
Yeah.
is
The
kind
return of the eye roll,
Yeah.
the shrugs.
How many? Over under 6.
Yeah. Can Lazard catch a football?
That's a question that needs to be answered. Last week,
Can Garrett Wilson be at least a decent number one type receiver?
I feel like Alan Lazard made a bet with somebody. Can I catch the ball with the backside of my hands last week?
I
And
didn't understand that last week.
He was just bad.
Yeah, he was really, really bad.
What you were saying too, what could lead to a victory for this game is the running game. So they may not need to rely so much on the passing game.
I thought about start. I need a flex for my fantasy team. I've thought about starting Brandon Allen.
Right now it's good, and the Bills are not good against the run. So
Yeah, I think this new OC is going to come in and he's going to know. Listen, we got 2 stud running backs. Let's do that.
hopefully he knows.
Let's do that.
We've seen some dumb offensive coordinators in the last couple of years. He might be one of them.
All right, over under 38 points for this game.
I have it at 45.
Over, yeah,
Okay,
over. I think, I think. Oh,
that's the thing. This could go any
wait a minute.
couple ways. Like it wouldn't be surprising. I know it's the Jets, but it wouldn't be surprising if it's like a shootout type thing, right? It's the Bills and Jets.
Bills and Jets, but Josh Allen plays bad, coming off a concussion. I don't care what the NFL says.
Yeah,
You saw that.
it was a concussion.
That was terrible.
He got slammed.
Concussion. He went to the blue tent, went to the back. They gave him some smelling salts, slapped him on the ass, and he came back in.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to try
exactly
that
what
one day on.
You want to get slapped on the ass?
Bend over here.
Smelling
I want to get
salts.
slapped on the ass one day. Just want to see what it feels like.
See what they like.
I got you. Whoa, I got you, Gabe.
No, I was saying I want to try those little salt things.
We
for
should
nose.
do it on the show.
A lot of podcasters are doing that right now. They're doing it live.
Or
And
they do
let's do it on the show.
Or they do Alpha Brain.
Uh,
Some Joe Rogan.
quick update: the Seahawks just scored. It's back to a one-possession game, but they're under 2 minutes.
Oh.
so they're gonna have to get a onside kick going here.
Let's jump on Amazon and
Who
buy
was it
some
that
smelling
scored?
salts.
I'll tell you right now. It looks like it was Lockett.
Okay. All right. Lock it.
Lockett. Yep.
bitch.
Not good. Wow. Jeez.
JSN, bro, where are you at?
That's a good question.
He's not in the end zone. I'll tell you that.
I can.
Can you talk a little bit so I could buy these smelling salts?
Smelling salts. So we're doing this before.
We have to do that, and we have to do the hot chip thing.
This one's called Fire Bullets.
Dude,
Not doing hot
bro,
chips.
do not.
I'm not
do
doing
that.
hot
I've already done it.
That's
Bro,
great.
Gabe,
Good for you.
we're a family known for intestinal issues. Let's not
Yeah,
throw
I think-
straight fire down
Some
our
of
throats.
us-
Me, actually.
Some of us don't have gallbladders.
Whoa! Touchdown Seahawks.
I just said that.
Some of us don't have gallbladders. Some of us have gallstones currently, and some of us don't have colons. So let's not test our intestinal.
Oh, we have
Boom.
colons.
All right, if you're still watching, 'cause it's been kind of a crazy show.
Did you really do it?
Yeah, if you're still watching, Smelling Salts, Monday's show.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's ride.
I was just joking.
Nope,
be
we're all
sick.
gonna do it.
It's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We're gonna be just like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Just like Joe Rogan.
We have
now you
become-
have to bring in the mushrooms and the weed.
We have become Joe Rogan. Don't tempt me, dude. What the fuck?
Don't look under that thing. All right, let's. That's it.
That's it. Good
That's it.
show.
Good
Good
show,
week of
guys.
football. Looking forward to this week of football. Obviously, Commanders, Ravens.
I just want to say it again what you guys always say. Enjoy it. Because I cannot believe we're already in week 6.
Yeah.
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 I feel like it was just yesterday. I was like, Packers and Eagles can't come soon enough for me. Now we're at week 6.
Also, quick point. Let's start treating weeks 1 through 3 like the preseason. Because that's kind of what it
Yeah.
is.
Or,
That's kind of what it is.
let's bring the preseason back and make these guys start.
That's
we
kind
can
of what it
enjoy
is now. Because like,
Yeah.
I feel like offense is finally waking up, and defenses now look a little more human.
Yeah.
So I think.
I mean, look at the Ravens. Look at the Bengals. Like,
Yeah, I think it's just
took a minute.
I think let's start not overreacting to week 1 and week 2.
Yeah. That's all you guys got. Week 6.
We're good.
That's it.
All right, go to HUEGA House. Get a hat
Yep,
discount
right here,
50%. Use code bench. Link in the bio. Check that out. That's the show for today. Thanks so much for joining us. Episode 169. We will see you again on Monday, recapping Week 6, previewing Monday Night Football. Once again, Bills and Jets. Going to be a doozy.
Yep.
We'll see you Monday.
Peace.
Bye.
Go get 'em, Dodgers!